Hey guys, it's Vince here again. I got a Chevy Cruze in here. It's a 2012 Chevy Cruze with the turbo. I'm going to show you real quick here. I got a turbo in for it. Has a P2663, 2661 code. A couple of things wrong with it, so we're just going to change out the turbo. Got a new turbo in here for it. Let's open it up. This is it. Turbocharger, serial number and everything is right here. Usually what's wrong with them is just the wastegate or valve. It'll stick and not want to shut completely or open completely, and you'll get those no boost codes. So we have this here. I also ordered the return line. This one will go right back here in the bottom. The two oil lines look like they were pretty good, so we're not replacing those. I'll clean those two out, but this one here, usually it'll be brittle. It's plastic, and taking it off it can break, etc. So, you know, a couple of bucks, 30-40 bucks, you have a new one lying around, put it right in. That's that. A couple of $100, you got a new turbo. I'll show you how to kind of take it off. Like I said, not here to give you real tutorials. It's just kind of just going over what I'm doing here, what's going on at the shop, and just to give you a little reference on it. If you guys do need some more information, feel free to subscribe and hit me up, and I'll definitely give you some information and stuff like that. Down there, it's the intake manifold and all that. Attaches right to the cat. Like I showed you earlier, the new turbo over there, it's got a P2663-61 code under boost. So yep, basically usually this is what goes out here. Won't open up the wastegate back here. Sometimes they're cracked, sometimes they're just binding, so it's just time to replace it. It's easier to just replace the entire thing, probably more cost effective, and it'll last a longer time. So a couple of these things will be taken off the hose here. These hoses for the AC couldn't stay. You don't have to take that off. You'll disconnect it from down the bottom. I have the lift here, so I'll just lift it up, disconnect the cat. Some people want to remove the cat and take it out completely. I've done it without having to take off the entire cat. Just disconnect it on top. There's a couple of bolts. There's a couple of bolts there back here that you'll have to get through here. But if you have the swivels, there's one also you can get from the side here. Comes in here. So once you take those things out, it's kind of just basically unbolting and then doing everything in the reverse fashion. I do suggest that you have a couple of swivels and extensions and stuff like that just to get into the proper places. You'll need some E-Torx bits and things of that nature, but it's not too hard of a job. It's not too tedious. If you've done it before, then you know it's a pretty simple straight swap. Okay, I'll show some more once I start unbolting here. Thanks. Okay, here we got still the 2012 Cruze with the turbo. I got the turbo out now. See, like I said, I didn't have to take out the cat converter in there. And looking inside the cat converter, it looks like it's in decent shape. I can see some of the inside there. It looks like it's in good shape. But yeah, I didn't have to remove it. I just had to loosen the one nut that's down at the bottom, attaches it to the frame, so it could just shake back and forth a little bit while you pry out the rest of the turbo. All right, this is the hose I was telling you about that I decided to buy. It goes at the bottom, way down there. You see that empty hole down there, which I'm going to clean out. You can see an O-ring is still stuck in there as well. I'm going to clean all that out. that O-ring is supposed to be at the end here, but this end is broken off. Yeah. So this basically goes in there. It's got this little clip here, and you slide it in one way and then turn it, and it kind of sets into where it's supposed to go. But like I said, it's plastic. It's got this little heat shield here, but it's just brittle. After all these years, it's just brittle and hard, and as soon as you take it out, it's just gonna crack. It won't come out in one piece. I've done, I think, 4 of these, 4 or 5 of these, and they never come out in one piece. It always breaks and cracks all up while I was replacing it. So I learned from the first time. Just buy it, have it here, get it all done. This way you don't have to waste time trying to order the part or going to dealers and picking it up, etc., etc. Alright, well, that's pretty much it there. Let's go over to the bench over here so we can check out the 2 turbos here side by side. New turbo, old turbo. New turbo, old turbo. Okay, enough of that. Well, like I said, here is where usually these things fail. Like I said, that actuator that I showed you earlier, it goes on top here. It's vacuum actuated, and it'll push on this level here. And you can see how binding it is. I'm trying to there you go. Yeah, sometimes it'll move right now. Yeah, it should move freely. There you go. You can also see on the inside there, it has the cracks. Let's see if we can see the crack a little bit better. Yeah, it is there. You can see the crack. Got one over on this side as well. Actually, it's got 2 on this side and 1 on this side where it's cracked. I know I had one guy that commented one time. I was talking to him and said that that's normal. Everybody's gonna have their own opinions. You make yours. If it was normal, then it would be made like that. This one here has no cracks in it. Turbine spins freely inside here, like with no effort. This thing here, like I said, the actuator's on it, so I'm not going to try to open it or close it right now. But yeah, the new one has no cracks on it. So I don't know about what he was saying, that he read somewhere that it, the cracks are normal on there, and a crack somewhere is just going to have some escaping air, and nah, I don't buy it. But like I said, I can see the cracks on there. This is binding the the turbine in there as well. As you can see, it is pretty fried up. It's got some places on it where you can see it's, I don't know if it hit something, but it's got some scratches and dings on it. And it definitely takes a little effort for me to spin it with my hand, as opposed to the old one, the new one, that easily. This one I really have to hit it and get to spin. This one here, I can just touch it and it spins right around. Alright, and let me show you that hose. These 2 are the metal oil lines and coolant lines. So I'm going to get these off of here. Just put them back on this one here. Then the 2 that goes on the side here, which is, like I said, this one will go right here. Then you got a finagle. So only way I've ever put them on is attaching it to the turbo. Then when I put it in, I'll lift the car and get underneath there and kind of finagle this part into where it needs to go, and give it the little spin it needs in order for it to go where it needs to go. And you can turn this little head just slightly, not too much, but like I said, once you put the turbo in, you'll have to kind of put it in on the side, on an angle this way. Once this goes in, then you can turn the whole turbo and it'll slide, and this little thing will catch, and O-rings on there, and it'll be fine. It's a little bit tedious not putting that in, but it's doable. This is the old one, and this will be the new one on here. Okay.